Yo, what's up, everybody? Pokemon Silver and Pokemon Gold are now reaching their 25th anniversary this year on November 21st, as I want to show you guys right here. This is when the Japanese version released. Let me blow this up real quick. Yeah, Pokemon Gold and Silver released in Japan November 21st, 1999, and then everywhere else for the American translations it was released October 15th, 2000. I saw a tweet about this a couple of days ago on Twitter, so I said, you know what, it's time, baby. It's time that we do a fresh Let's Play Pokemon Gold and Silver. Now, disclaimer, I'm not going to play the old versions. We are going to do the newer versions, which is Soul Silver, Heart Gold. We're going to go with Soul Silver because Lugia is one of my favorite legendary Pokemon. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. All right, here we go. We are in the game. And of course, oh wait, I forgot some of this stuff you might have to touch. Okay, here we go. Now we can use the controller. All right, guys. So we are going to run through this as fast as we can. You know how the start goes. By the way, the reason why I am doing this, I want to talk as we go through all of these. Sorry if you hear the controller clicking. It is close to the mic. The reason why I decided to do this playthrough is because Johto region is one of the first regions that I've played, that I've owned myself. I own Pokemon Crystal, and I never had a Game Boy, right? So the day that I finally got a Game Boy Advance, I got my dad to buy me a Pokemon Crystal game with no Game Boy. I would just borrow people's Game Boys to play my game, but I could never play it. Until my mother one Christmas, bought me a Game Boy Advance. So the amount of time I spent playing Pokemon Crystal is the reason why I love the Johto region so much. And apparently my controller settings are off. Apparently. Okay, that's weird. But yes. So the reason why I am doing this playthrough is because it is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon Gold and Silver, but that'll be in November. I just want to go ahead and just get the playthrough out while I am still running my Let's Go Pokemon. Why can I not think? Let's Go Pokemon X playthrough is what I'm still playing on the channel, and you guys have been receiving it very well. Majority of the episodes have hundreds of views on it, which is so crazy to me. You guys are actually watching it. A lot of people are leaving comments saying that they actually enjoy it on most of the videos. So that really motivated me to just go ahead and put my best foot forward with actually doing more playthroughs. And I really want to run both of these next, like side by side with each other. So when I get done with recording this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to episode 9 of Let's Play Pokemon X. So if you guys would like the video, comment, talk about the game however you want to. We can have discussions all day long. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before Pokemon Legends ZA comes out. I know it's going to be a fantastic time to be a Pokemon fan when that game comes out. But I am going to pause the recording from now. I'm going to get up to the point where we pick our starter, and then we will come back just to cut down on how long this video is going to be. All right, we are now with Professor M. Hey, Pat, I've been waiting for you. Get back over here. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs these days, but before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk around with Pokemon, just like your friend Lara does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon, but walking with Pokemon must have been some advantages. It could have something to do with Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside of its Pokeballs to see if this brings any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? The device is over there. There are also Pokemon to choose from. Oh, this is the thing about the egg, right? I got an email. Okay. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time is real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know. You can go in our place, right? Can we count on you? Can you choose one of the Pokemon over there? All right. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, growing up, I always chose Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil was always the best choice. There is a wrong choice, but if you love that Pokemon, that's on you. But today, for the sake of the playthrough and the sake of the 8th gym leader that we do have to face, we're gonna choose, of course, Killer Croc, Totodile. Yes, he has Ice Fang, so that's why we're gonna choose him. Because for those who don't know, Clara's Kingdra is one of the worst typed Pokemon in this generation that you can do nothing about. This is before we have fairy type Pokemon in the game. So there's literally no counter to Clara's, basically her Kingdra, because it's water dragon. The only thing you can do is use Ice Fang with Feraligatr, and that is the best thing that you can do for that gym, basically. How you like walking with your Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If your Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal it with this machine. It's so easy to use. Just check it on my PC on my desk. Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north a little past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you, Pat. Let's go. And then, is this guy gonna give me some potions or the Pokeballs? I want you to have these to help you with your task. Attain potions. Awesome. Pokemon are weak in the beginning. Don't hesitate to use a potion if you think yours is in danger. Awesome. This is how you're supposed to start a Pokemon game. You're supposed to get resources. And then here's Lara with her Meryl. So you picked a Totodile. That's a cute Pokemon you have. When you walk around with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes too. Oh, that's right. Why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. Guess we have to go see mom first. I think this buddy mechanic, which is something that needs to return to Pokemon again, I think this was put into the game to help out with the EV evolutions. I think that's why they put that in there, because it was a mechanic in Pokemon Yellow, but they brought it back, which was a huge plus to why we love the game. But I really do think the evolutions is the main reason why they did that, because you have Umbreon and you have Espeon who need to evolve, one during the day, one at night, and need to be trained. The buddy level has to be ridiculously high. Just giving me the phone, the Pokegear to use for phone calls, yada yada yada. And there we go. Now we can continue on our journey to Cherry Grove City. All right, and we are going to make our way to Cherry Grove City, but as everyone probably does, we got to check out Pokemon Trainer N chilling over here in the cut, who is definitely going to do something very nasty as he's kicked me out of the way. Gotta do that for good luck. Here goes Professor M. Wait a second. For some odd reason, he does not notice the red-haired guy in the window. Almost completely forgot about this. Here, I'll give you my number, so he can call me when I get the egg that I'm about to go get from Mr. Pokemon. I'll call you if anything comes up, which is the theme of the entire game. Just receiving unwanted, unsolicited phone calls. Pretty sure everybody here can agree those are very, very, very annoying. So I believe in the way I'm gonna do this is I'm going to obviously level up Chomper. Kind of have to, because we're going to have a nice little battle with the red-haired trainer that we just saw. I don't know if I want to basically just tell the story, but then again, I don't know if any anybody who's gonna watch this is actually like a new, like a somebody who hasn't played the game before. So I don't know if that's like a spoiler thing for them, but I know there's a lot of young kids, especially today's day. I know there's a lot of young kids in the Pokemon community that has never played the Kanto, Johto, probably not even Hoenn. A lot of people that I've seen across Twitter, YouTube, and other places, a lot of people started with Gen 4. They have not done like the retroactive, let me go back in time and play all the other games. So I know we do have those. I do understand everybody who started with Gen 4's obsession with Gen 4, but I have to tell you guys, the game is trash. There's just no other way around it. That game is horrible. Well, it's horrible if you have never played a Pokemon game before. But if you have, you can recognize that the game is just trash. Like, and when I say trash, I don't mean like it's not a good game. I mean it's trash, and the fact that you're locked to that generation of Pokemon. There's not a good pool of Pokemon to choose from. The same thing can be said with the Johto version as well, because most of the Pokédex comes from Kanto. I think at that point in time, probably the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, Nintendo, I don't know who would actually make the call on that. But I'm pretty sure they said our Kanto Pokemon can pretty much carry. We just need like a select few Pokemon to actually come in and just help bolster the roster. And then I think with Gen 3 Hoenn, they was like, okay, now we need to put in some effort, because we can't just onesie, water gun. We can't just onesie and twosie, the next game. Like this is it. Because they went from Game Boy, like the original big gray purple button Game Boy to the Game Boy Color. Then I think the Game Boy Advance was the Hoenn. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the Hoenn games were the Game Boy Advance games. I think it's some running shoes, I believe. Yeah, and that's kind of how that worked out. So every new generation, that's kind of what they do, like the huge bump in content and how much they care about the games. So I think we have the original Game Boy, then we have Silver and Gold. They got the Game Boy Color treatment, which just added color and a couple of new things. Hoenn did a couple of new things as well, but it was like the big launch. There was an actual Hoenn Dex, and then you go from Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo DS, which that is Gen 4. And then I think the next big jump is Pokemon X with the 3DS. And then you have Sword and Shield going to the Switch. That was rumored to be an iPhone app. The person who's over making the games at the Pokemon Company or Game Freak, I don't know which one it was, but there was a working theory somewhere. He said that he thought the future of gaming was going mobile, so he built the entire Pokemon Sword and Shield for a mobile platform, and that's why it stunk a little bit. I don't know how true that is. It does make sense with like certain elements of the game, as far as, I don't know, the stupid tree that we all know about. If you play Sword and Shield, you know about the tree. You know about the tree. We all know. We've seen Mr. Tree. We've seen the Nintendo 64 tree in the middle of the park. And I don't know, it's just a way that the game was made. You can kind of tell it should not have been a Switch platform game. And when they said mobile version, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But somebody with a bigger, better brain than him said, no, dude, put that on the Switch, idiot. Like, who wakes up thinking the Nintendo Switch was not gonna pop off? That idiot. Who would have lost out on a lot. See, I think Sword and Shield also brought in a lot of new Pokemon fans. It definitely did. I loved Pokemon Sword and Shield until I finally took like my Pokemon lover's glasses off and realized that most of it is trash. But the Fairy City is probably like my favorite thing about the entire game. Like the Fairy City and the ever-changing wild area, that by itself was so cool. Like it was basically like, this is the berry guy, right? It was basically like one of the focal points of the entire game. I think they built that whole game off of that one area. Oh, apricorns. Okay, that's that guy. I couldn't remember if it's berries or apricorns. I wasn't totally wrong, but he gave me the box. Okay, I knew you weren't Mr. I knew you wasn't Mr. Pokemon, but if you run past this guy's house, he will just come outside right here and he'll scream, "Hey, don't you see my house? Isn't it lovely?" Then he'll just tell you to come back, and then he still gives you the box. You cannot pass that guy's house without getting that box. They make it very important. And guess what? You don't use the box until you get to the second freaking gym. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, I gotta remember how we can get headbutt really early so that we can knock out a Heracross for the third gym. Again, I'm sorry if you guys have not played Gen 2 Pokemon. I apologize if this is spoilers for you. I'm just in my head, I'm just assuming everybody has at least watched a playthrough or at least been told about, you know, the game itself. If I spoil anything, let me know in the comments. Then the next videos, we will not spoil anything. I would just keep all spoilers out. And I know I've already done 1,000 spoilers already with the 8th gym, which is why I chose Totodile. The trainer that is gonna, like the red-headed trainer we're gonna fight. What gym badges? The ice gym leader is the worst gym to. I hate that gym. I hate that gym. Everybody who's played the game knows why I hate that gym, because I think everybody hates the gym. It's Mr. Pokemon's house. Just want to play out it. He's gonna give me an egg, and I already know what's in the egg. And there goes Professor Oak, just kind of like slightly making his entrance into the game itself, which is pretty dope. He made like a little quick cameo, and then he pretty much just dipped. Yep, we got a little mystery egg, which I already know what Pokemon is inside of it. And everybody who's, like I said, everybody who's played the game before knows what's in that egg, boy. We all know. And the Pokemon is worthless. Yeah, I think it's worthless. Oh, and Mr. Pokemon healed my Pokemon too. I got Professor Oak, and with that, I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher, so your pet. I was just visiting my friend Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor M, so I waited here. He's gonna talk about my Pokemon. Is he the one who's gonna give me the Pokédex? You treat your Pokemon with love and care, it seems. You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, the latest version of Pokédex, it automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. I'd like you to have it. Yeah, he's the one who gives me the Pokédex in this game. But I've stayed way too long. I have got to get to Goldenrod City for my user radio show. I have a feeling that this is not the last time that we'll meet. Let's exchange numbers and to be on the safe side. I don't think you talk to Professor Oak anymore in this game. This has been, I can't even tell y'all how long it's been since I played this game. Gen 2 in general. Like, I just remember like all of the keynotes, because I've only like massively played Pokemon Crystal. I've only played like Soul Silver or Heart Gold like once, which I think it was Soul Silver, but I've only played it like once. And they did change like certain things, and of course added the Diamond and Pearl move sets and mechanics and all that stuff. They added all of that in here, which makes the game look better, obviously, and play better. What level is? Do I just click this with my mouse? Pokemon? Yep, I do. Okay. Level 6. Okay, we need to do some grinding in order to get to the level we need to. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this first episode. Let me know down in the comments, are you guys going to be down for a Gen 2 playthrough? And if you are, just let me know. Your boy will just start cooking it up. Again, all the support on the Let's Plays, thank you guys so very much. I'm gonna get this out to you guys, and then I have some more cooking up, and I'm just gonna try my best to start recording and just start spitting them out and have them scheduled in YouTube, so they just come out, so that way I don't forget to push them out. So thank you guys for watching the video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.